Soul Fam, Psychic Amy here. Happy solstice, everybody. I thought I would pop on really quickly and share with you a question that came up in a recent reading and then share Spirit's answer. I thought it was worth a moment of our time today. So the question that came up in the reading was, if you are and do and are an evil person while you're here on earth, while you're in your lifetime, what happens when you die? Like, do you remain in a lower vibration? Do you persist in being evil? What happens? And so I sat with Spirit, and they had such a funny answer for me. They said to me, if you go and watch a movie, and there's a villain in it, after the movie, does the actor who played the villain remain a villain, or do they just go back to themselves, to whatever being they are, because they were simply acting for the benefit of the play? And so that was Spirit's answer, and that is exactly what happens if you are out there in the world, with, a darker agenda. You're here for something that's harmful, hurtful, evil. You're hurting people. That's exactly what happens, is that when you die, you just go back to being your soul. Another philosophy that I hold, and this is something that's asked of me often too, is like, what happens to people that are evil after they die? Like, do they go to hell? And the thing that Spirit has always told me is that, one, and I've known this since I was a child, by the way, there's no such thing as hell. There's not. We are all from the same places, and those places don't punish. So that's the first thing to know. The second thing to remember is that Earth is a school for learning. We're not here to unnecessarily do evil because we're evil. We're here to contribute to the overall experience of the collective at this time. And so what I want you to think about, and this is such a good one because I've talked about this with y'all before, I want you to think about someone in history, and I'm afraid to say their name because I don't want to get in trouble. Starts with an H, ends with a lur. If you really think about history and you think about that specific person, that soul was a being of light. He came from heaven, and that soul decided that he would take one for the team, come down here and do some really atrocious things, and also through those atrocities progress humankind into more openness and lovingness. So think about that particular soul, light and bright, deciding he would come down here and be evil for this lifetime, for the expansion of life. So what happened to him? When he died, he went back to heaven, and he continued to be a bright light soul. And that's, again, what happens to all of us. So just to recap, when people do bad here, it's not necessarily because they're a bad soul. They aren't. They're just here to help you or whoever they're impacting grow and expand, and that's all. Remember, guys, without dark, there can't be light. Let me know what you thought about this video. I hope that y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day.